Hey, family. Kim Love Jones here, certified life and relationship coach. Um, Very interesting topic tonight. I am trying to get to my page so I can share this story. How about that? How about that's what I do? I want to share the live with um in my group. Yeah, that's what I want to do. And then I'm gonna hop to it. I want to share the live with. I have to cut my volume down on my phone. Yes, that part. So I'm just going to give it a few seconds for people to jump on you know, and be a part of this live. Y'all know my glasses. Oh, it's horrible. It is really horrible. Oh boy. I got all kind of shenanigans on my glasses. Don't even make no sense. But it's funny how I can't see it until I'm sitting under this light. It is so funny. It is so funny. I definitely, oh God, there you go. Okay, I definitely want to talk about this tonight. I want to talk about this um, why the man you choose needs to choose you. I don't know who else this is for, but I can honestly tell you that when I think about the man that you want, that you desire for your life, I know that, and I've heard it said many times before, let him love you. Let him love you. And it is unfortunate, right, that your love, you loving someone, caring for someone, wanting to be in their lives is just not enough. Like, it's not enough. And you usually have to love who loves you. And so, yeah, so I wanted to jump on tonight and I wanted to talk about this. I want you all, I'm going to say this before I get started. I want y'all to watch the Protected Class show that comes on. It's on Bars and Hoops Radio Monday nights. And it's really dope. And I don't know why I'm losing my signal. My goodness. Oh, my goodness. What in the world? Let me see. Yeah, I'm losing my signal. I don't know what's going on here, guys. I do not know what in the world is going on here. I don't know. Can you see me all right? Because for some odd reason, my signal I seem to be losing my signal. I don't know what that's about. But this is for my single sisters who are not married. So tonight I'm just really basically talking to my sisters. This is not for the brothers. Brothers, please don't get on here and get offended because of what I'm saying. And I'm saying what I'm saying. If the shoe doesn't fit, then there's no reason for nobody to be upset, right? But I'm talking to my sisters tonight and I want to keep it real tonight because I know that my sisters struggle with this all the time because we are so loving. We have so much to pour into a relationship and we want to pour it on to somebody, but we have to make sure that we pour our love. Say hello. I see you watching. That we pour our love into the right person, into someone who chooses to love us as well, right? What does that look like? It is vitally important that we as women, we as, the sister girls, we choose the man who chooses us. Not just somebody because they cute, because they have money, because they seem to have all of their ducks in a row. For my sister girls, and you guys share this video out with whomever, share it out. But it is vitally important to share. It is vitally important to choose the person who chooses you. It, I'm not telling you to be with somebody that you absolutely cannot see yourself with. I am saying to you that what happens when a woman chooses a man and falls in love with a man, right? When a woman pours all that she has into a man that's not really genuinely choosing her, the woman then in turn begins to see herself as less than. It messes with us women mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and sometimes even physically. I've seen women whose hair begins to fall out when they're stressed because we sometimes pour too much into people who are not loving us the way that we need to be loved. And so we have to begin to choose a man who truly chooses us, right? And it's important that he chooses us first. It is important. Say hello, say hello. I see y'all watching. It is, hey, Brother Allen, I love you. Hey, I see you. It is vitally important. And Brother Allen, tonight is for my sisters. You can hang out with us if you want to. Hey, Mitch, I see you. It's for the sisters. You guys share this video out. But I'm talking to my sisters tonight because I think that it is something that we need to say and be reminded of in our lives, right? A man who loves you will move mountains for you. When we as women love a man, and we love, Mitch, I see you, sis, I love you. When we as women love a man more than that man cherishes and values us, things are out of balance. You just listening, Brother Allen. You just listen there, boo. I don't want to offend nobody, and I know this don't apply to you, but it's just something I need to share with my sisters, right? So the reality of the situation is that when women pour, we're different. We receive. You know this. It's a physical thing. The way that we're built to receive. We're built to receive. But have you ever seen a woman who is so desperately in love with a man that she can do cartwheels and flips? She can stand on her head. She can do whatever it is that she feels like she wants to do, and there is nothing that is going to make that man love that woman back. Nothing. If he doesn't want you, if he doesn't value you, if he does not think the world of you, he gonna leave you right where you are. And only thing women walk away with is being angry, upset, frustrated, because they did not receive back all that they were pouring into a man, right? And sometimes him not being able to pour into you it may very well be that he is in a different place in his life. He may very well care for you, but he's not able to give you the things that you need right now. He is not emotionally available to you. It could mean that. It could mean that. It doesn't have to mean that, he's just like, no, I'm not, I don't want to be bothered with you. Because what happens a lot of times when women are so enamored with the man, and the man is not in the same way enamored with a woman, what happens is that when you don't feel valued, right? When love is not mutual and balanced, it frustrates us. It frustrates us as women, and I don't want my sisters being angry anymore. I made a decision a long time ago that I don't care what anybody else does. I'm not going to let them hold me hostage because of their behavior. If you don't love me, I have to deal with that. I have to live with that. I have to eat that. You understand? And I'm okay with that, because that doesn't make you a bad person. That just means we're not a good fit. Because if you're not pouring into me in the ways in which I desire to pour into you, because I desire to serve, then this is not going to work. Everything is about reciprocity. It's about you loving me like I love you. But in order for you to have a good man in your life, you have to choose the one that's choosing you. He has to choose you, ladies. You don't get to choose him, right? And And I know that all of us feel like we deserve, and we do, to be valued, cherished, and prioritized. And if there is a man in your circumference that doesn't make you a priority, that does not value your time and your attention, and does not cherish you and think and adore you and love you for who you are, not who he wants you to be, but who you are, then that is a man that you should not be entertaining at all. You can't even be friends with a man who doesn't cherish, value, and respect you and prioritize you, right? You can't even be a man's friend in that situation. Because, and I don't mean to throw no shade to no brothers, but brothers will sleep with you. They will sleep with you all day, every day, and twice on Sunday if you giving it up. But if your goal is marriage, if your goal is a long-term committed relationship, then you can only deal with people who want the same things that you want. When you do not deal with people who want the same things that you want, then you're going to be left dangling like a participle out here in these streets, angry and frustrated, right? So I wanted to talk about why it's so important. And one of the main reasons why is because reciprocity is always in order. That's number one. But number two, at the end of the day, it's going to leave you feeling inadequate, frustrated, and over time, it just makes you like feel worthless. That's why you can't chase a man. That's why you gotta let a man pursue you if he wants you. And I know these days it's difficult because men are not pursuing like they used to pursue. They used to tell you, like, I think you all that, and I want to come and take you out to dinner. And these days, a lot of the brothers, unfortunately, are like, no, I need you to treat me like I am the princess. And that's unfortunate, right? I'm not saying all. But there's a lot of brothers out here who just don't want it. They just not down with the pursuit of a woman because they don't see the value in who you are. And that's okay, because those are not the ones for you, right? The other thing that we have to pay attention to is not getting involved with men who are emotionally unavailable. Men who do not want, they don't even want to be available to you. And can I tell you the reason why that is? Because you're not it for him. And there may be some underlying issues underneath all of that. But again, it's the same answer. You're not the one for him. Because any man who does not see the value in who you are, they're not it. Any man who won't open up to you or won't sit down and have intimate moments of conversation with you, they're not it for you. Any man who cannot have a hard conversation with you, they're not it for you. You're somebody else's wife. And that's why it's important to let a man declare that you're his wife, that he wants you and only you, and he doesn't want anybody else. It is vitally important not to get caught up and to make sure that you choose the man who chooses you. I'm not telling you to settle, ladies, but the man who's going to go out of his way, the man that's going to make sure that you're good, the man that's going to, make sure that you are emotionally, mentally okay, good, and financially good, right? And I'm not saying he got to spend all his money on you, because that's not what I'm talking about. Somebody who cares about what you need and cares about what's important to you, right? That's what's important. And so it's vitally important that we as women, when a man shows us and tells us what they want, and it's not us and it's not in alignment with us, that we make sure with every fiber of our being that we are 10 toes down and believing in ourselves and doing the things that we need to do for ourselves, period. Don't get caught up. Don't get caught up because he fine. Don't get caught up because he make decent money. Just be clear that he needs to choose you first, right? And it's important because a lot of guys inbox me, right? Kim, what you doing? What's up? And I talk to them or whatever. Kim, I'm gonna call you. Is it okay if I call you? Because they don't have my phone number, and I'll, drop them my number so that we can talk. And then a lot of times I have brothers in my inbox, right, who says, Kim, I really like you, and I'm like, really? I didn't know that. And I really, and I'm saying this like with a humble heart because I think that's nice, right? But what a man does from the point, hear me clearly, ladies, what a man does from the point of having access to you, right? Meaning he got your phone number, he can call you, he could take you out on dates, he got access to you. What a man does from that point forward shows me if he is truly interested in me or not. Because it's one thing to say that you're interested in somebody, but it's another thing to show a person that your words and your actions line up. Benny, hi, I see you, baby. How are you? It's been a long time, right? But their words and their actions need to line up. Real talk. It can't be one-sided. And I need to be clear. It cannot be one-sided where you're pouring and pouring and pouring into a man. Because again, a man will sleep with you and not have any real interest in you. He's only interested in what you got between the good legs. And I'm not saying this because I'm saying all men, because all men do not necessarily fit into that category. All men are not dogs. All men are not messed up. All men do not have issues. And I need to be clear about that because a lot of people believe that, and that is not the truth. There are some wonderful and amazing brothers out here. They are looking for their wives, and you may not be their wife. So stop pouring into people who are not pouring into you. Pour into who pours into you. Love who loves you. And this is real talk. What I find is usually, and I don't know if I've said this before to you guys or not, but I'm moving away from really talking about relationships as much as I used to, but because I'm talking about healing, right? Healing always flows into relationships, whether it is your sister, brother, cousin, uncle, whatever, right? We have to heal the way we have to heal, right? Period. And we have to change the way that we do business. We cannot continue to be in relationships with people who do not value us. And I know sometimes all a man has to do is say, I think you're beautiful. I want to take you out to dinner, drop a couple of dollars on you, buy you little trinkets and little gifts. And the shop is open, right? And I'm telling you that you're worth so much more than that. I'm telling you that the real things that we really truly need in our relationships is we need real intimacy. We need someone who's not afraid to be vulnerable, who's not afraid to tell you how they feel, who's not afraid to adore you and treat you wonderful and good and kind and loving. You want somebody that will reciprocate all that you have and all that you're giving. You want someone, and that's for both men and women. Men want it too. But you have to find the one that's interested. And Benny, I'm coming to your comment. You have to find the woman who is interested, I'm sorry, the man who is interested in taking it to the next level and going higher. Not every man wants to be married. Some men have been married before and they do not want to be married again. So you have to find, if marriage is what you want, if marriage is what you want, right? Then you have to be with somebody who wants the same things that you want. And it doesn't matter how much you want that from that person. If that person is not interested in what you're interested in, then what exactly are we doing here? Let's be clear. We have to know, like, who we're dealing with and why. So what I'm doing is, Benny, I'm gonna put your comment up. Nah, let me just say, oops, what happened? Okay, there we go. Nah, that just sex is played out in 2025. Men can find sex anywhere in them streets. She needs to bring substance along with good. Absolutely. There you go. There you go. I love that you said that, because I think it is equally as important. Because, like, yeah, you can have sex with anybody, and yeah, and that can be the thing that y'all got in common. But how far is that going to take you for real? It's empty. It's empty. It doesn't fill you up. What fills you up is making memories. What fills you up is pouring into one another, right? What fills all of us up is when somebody cares about us enough to do the things that need to be done, right? Whether it is her cooking dinner, the woman cooking dinner, or the man cooking dinner for the woman, right? Because that's his area of expertise. But he needs to choose you. It cannot be you doing cartwheels and flips for a man that has not made any serious decisions about you. The next thing you know, you're in a full blown out relationship with somebody who doesn't really choose you. They're not reciprocating your energy. Okay, Amanda, I'm coming to your comment. It's not just the compliment that should entice interest, but does that person complement your existence? Absolutely, Amanda. That's it right there, sis. That's it right there. Your existence. Do they align with what you align with? Purpose? Are they your purpose partner? I heard the guy from that does a podcast. I can't think of his name right now. He says he wants his purpose partner, somebody who aligns with him and complements who he is and where he's going in his life. I can't remember his name. Dear Future Wifey, the one who does that podcast, right? He is so dope. He is so dope. I love his podcast. I don't watch it all the time, but I really dig him, and I dig what he's doing out there, talking to different couples and stuff, right? But the other part of this whole thing is that people are only going to treat you the way that you allow them to treat you. And after a while, I don't care how wonderful and amazing of a person you are and how loving and kind you are as a woman. If you continue to mess with somebody who does not value you, at some point in that exchange, you're going to start to devalue yourself because you're not honoring who you are and what you need for your life. And it doesn't feel good. And the reason why I could talk about it is because I got my hand raised, because I've done it before. I got involved and I had my heart broken, right? Because I wanted more for somebody than they even wanted for themselves. And I thought that I was it. I thought I was it for them. I thought I was, like, I'm the perfect match. They're the perfect match for me. I'm the perfect match for them. Bomb. I was wrong. Right? I was wrong. And what I didn't see exhibited was that he would go by any means necessary to the window, to the wall for me. But I liked him. I cared about him. I can't say that I loved him, because we weren't at that stage. But I really thought that this was a match made in heaven, and oh my God, we're going to do da-da-da-da-da. And No. That's why I'm saying what I'm saying, freezing or something. But let him choose you. That's what's important. And I'm not trying to, again, say that this is all men, but any man that you get with, you got to let him choose you. And that's who you should be with. Not the one that's iffy about you, that doesn't know if he wants to be with you or not. Or, I'm not even saying that he could be playing games, because he don't have to be playing games. He's just not sure what he is in his life. Right? Let's say you're faced with, a couple of potential suitors. Like, you got to choose the one that's like, yo, I'm ready for you. Like, I want you. Like, I'm ready to roll out the red carpet for you. That's the one you pour into. You pour into the one that's pouring into you. And you said, love you, sis. I'm being still. The pot is, wait. The pot is waiting on her cup. Girl, you better say so. Say that, Amanda. The pot is waiting on her cover. I'm in the same, space, Amanda, because I really truly believe, sis, that if a man is ready to cover me mentally, emotionally, spiritually, then that's my dude right there. Right? That's my dude. Like, you can't, I need to be covered. And when I was younger, I met my husband. I didn't understand a man's covering because I was young. I didn't get it then. I didn't. I'm being honest. But the reality is, he needs to cover me. That's that's my king. That's my Lord. That's who I serve. That's who I take care of. That's who I cook for. That's who I make sure they got their lunch. They make sure that they eat, and making sure they go to the doctor, making sure that I take care of my boo thing, because I need my boo thing. I need my boo thing to be around. Like, I'm gonna do all of that in a relationship, right? But if he's not covering me, but I'm doing all of that for him because I really love him, but he's not showing that same level of love, affection, and care for me, that's a problem. And that's what I want my sisters to understand. He's your covering, you're not his. You're going to pray for him. You're going to make sure that he good, that he's Gucci, right? You're going to make sure that, when he comes, that he's on point, and that you're going to help him to do everything that he needs help with. But sometimes we do things out of order. It's like the mouse chasing the cat. It 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 doesn't work like that. It's like the flower chasing the bees. Flowers don't chase bees. Flowers just be, and the bees come. Right? And that's why we need to make sure that when we deal with a man, that he is emotionally available to us. Right? That he's ready to engage with you, and he's intentional about how he cares for you, because you're special. And if you don't feel special, and I'm not talking about people who need the extra, feeling special business, because a lot of people out here like, no, do you love me? Because they needy and they need to get a check on that. I'm talking about somebody who is in alignment with you, and they make sure that you're good. And there's not a battle to fight here where you feel like you're alone, because they make you feel safe. You're not making them feel safe, right? That's a whole nother thing. But they're making sure that you're good, right? Because we're ladies, and again, the flower don't chase the bee. The flower doesn't chase the bees. So that's why we need clarity. And so I want to tell y'all that this Tuesday coming up, I'm doing a workshop. It's Restore, Renew, and Rebuild. It's January the 28th through February the 1st. It is 5 days, and it's at 7:30 p.m. each night. And we're meeting on Zoom. I want you guys to register for it. It's going to be amazing. And the first night, I'm going to guide you through. The first night is going to be about finding you again, and I'm going to guide you through that process. And it's going to be recognizing what you need for you is one of the first things. The importance of gaining clarity for your life, and 3, rediscovering your truth. Because I want to talk about it. I want to talk about it, and it's going to be a little different than my previous Zooms that I've done. I'm only inviting my sisters to this one. Sometimes sisters invite men. I'm changing my dynamics of my coaching right now. I don't want to talk about relationships as like I used to talk about them. I want to talk about healing, because I've found out that we as women, we need to we need to be healed. It's a lot of things that we carry. It's a lot of weight that we carry. And in order to get to where it is that we want to be, we need to work on ourselves. So if you're interested in the Restore, Renew, and Rebuild workshop, please go to reallovejones.com if you are not already registered, and register and put in the notes section workshop, and I'll send you the information to register, and I'm also going to drop the link underneath this live. Benny Ha says, hold on. Okay, wait, why is it not popping up? Hold on. For some reason, it won't come up. Oh, there we go. Same here. When I was dating a single mom, I thought she was the right match for me. But after months of investing in her, us, when I asked for my quality time, she said, I can't give it to you. Wow. 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 Was her children in the way, or her work, or something else in the way of her? Why couldn't she give you the quality time that you needed, Benny? Amanda, I'm coming to your comment. Sometimes we look for the financial covering from a man, but that's not how we build a successful relationship. Oh, beware the hobosexual, y'all. It's cold out. So I was hanging out this summer. You ain't never lied, Amanda. I was hanging out this summer, and one of my homeboys, I saw him. I was at a restaurant, and I saw one of my homeboys, and I was with all my girlfriends, and we went to go eat and, listen to music or whatever, because now a lot of the restaurants are having DJs in them on the weekend, and I think that's kind of dope. So we eat and we hanging out, but one of my homeboys saw me, and he said to me, Kim, it's cuffing season. Be careful out here, because you might, And I said, oh God. I said, it was funny though, but it was true, right? Because it was kind of like in the fall, and he was like, it's cuffing season. This is when everybody wanna get together, right? And so now, even though they might have their own place, they don't want to be alone in the wintertime, but you're not really it for them. That's why I'm saying, like, it can't just be that he's spending money on you, because people have disposable cash. I found that out, right? And they can spend money on you and you still not mean anything to them, period. That part, right? They still don't have any real serious interest in you. And so, yeah. Like, you can get caught up and meet the hobosexual, the one that don't want to be by himself this winter. He wants to cuddle up with you, right? That part. So, yeah, we need to be careful. The danger in staying with somebody or being with somebody who doesn't full out choose you 10 toes down. Oh, got you, Benny Ha. I got you. Yeah, because the mentality is, well, get in where you fit in, and that it don't work like that. No, No, you got to incorporate me, and you got to make me a priority. I'm important, and that's for both men and women. Like, why do we do that? And I know that men are the pursuers, and so they do. But if you see that they're not, on the level, like, I'm out. I'm out. Like, there's no room for me here. You don't prioritize me. I never been to your house. I don't know anybody in your family. And I've been seeing you for 6 months. You ain't even got to be sleeping with them, but they never incorporated you into their lives. Like, you haven't even met the kids, right? Like, when a person does that, when they're not introducing you to their family, to their close friends, when they're not incorporating you into their lives, I don't know if they're full out choosing you. Because if you've been seeing someone for 6 months and they telling you, yeah, I'm really feeling you and I want to incorporate you and I want you to be, and they never have time for you. You're never a priority. It's like, oh, get in where you fit in. I don't necessarily know that's right. Right. I wouldn't hang out if at some point you weren't, incorporating me into your life. Like, no, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. And we just talk about boyfriend girlfriend status at that point. Like, we're just dating, or, not even boyfriend girlfriend, but we're dating. And if you really like me, you're going to start incorporating me into your life, period. Like, you're going to find a way, like, you're going to make time. Like, people make time for what they want to make time for. And I think that's another reason why, Benny Ha, to be honest with you, I think that's another reason why women be outside of their feminine energy. Because women are building careers, building businesses, got children, and they put love and relationships on the back burner. And because they so busy hustling and trying to be on the come up, that they don't understand the value of a man. And I'm saying that from the perspective of, women who think it's more important to make their own bread, and they don't have time for you. Like, how is that supposed to work? It doesn't. Because men need to feel needed too. Right? Men need to feel needed too. And if it's like this, and I understand, I don't expect a man to drop down on one knee if I'm not giving him no time. Right? And I'm not talking about sex. I'm saying we need to go out on some dates. I need to know when you're available. I don't just want to come over here and be sitting down watching TV while you in the office working. Right? No, you have to, especially when you're an entrepreneur, you have to carve out time and be intentional about making time for for the person that you want to be in relationship with. Right? And that's the truth. Like, I don't know how that's supposed to work. And that's not, can I tell you something? I won't date anybody with young kids. Aww. It's gonna hurt, but I gotta walk away from someone that doesn't know how to make time for the absolutely. Because you're worth so much more than that. You deserve somebody who is going to put you 100% on, up top. Like, I'm not on the bottom four. I gotta be in the top 3. There's God, there's you. And sometimes people have their parents, like at the age we are now. Like, you might have to take care of an aging parent. So I get it. You know what I mean? Sometimes, that's how life is set up, and you might not even be available to date because of that. And you have to be honest and upfront. Like, listen, I take care of my mother, I take care of my father, and I'm not in the, my kids, they grown, but I have another responsibility, because sometimes you just have a responsibility. But if a man or a woman, right, is not making time for you and investing in you, right, their time and attention, there's a problem. And I'm not okay with that. I don't think most people would be okay with that, to be honest. I really don't think that most people would be okay with that, right? They love for a brother to cook. Oh, you cook. I didn't know you could cook. You be throwing all the way down. All right now. All right. Listen, Benny Hot single and ready to mingle, y'all. So if y'all know, find him on the Facebook page. Listen. Cause she blew it. She blew it. She ain't got time for a brother. Brother needs some love and affection. I'm being silly. But no, seriously. It's like if a man chooses you and he really, really wants to be with you and he's amazing and wonderful and all of that, yo, sis, go for him. Go for him. Don't play. Because these days, sometimes you don't, I think it's true. It's a true statement. There's always one that you love and you probably will love for the rest of your life. But that may not be the person that you end up getting with. And I'm not telling you to settle for anybody else. I'm telling you to love who loves you. Love who loves you. Because I see that as like women be doing the most. Like you can't move a man if a man don't want you. He ain't gonna want you. We could be wooed. We could be wooed and we could be, a brother show up and he consistent and he holding it down. He's kind and he's generous with his time, his energy, his affection. He makes you feel good. He's supportive and encouraging. Men can woo a woman. You can never woo a man. You can't make a man treat you right if he don't want to treat you right. Hey, Sabrina, I love you, my sister. I love you. So yeah, like women are meant to be wooed. You can't be like, because women be buying men cars and registering their cars in their name for the insurance. They be doing all these things, but if he don't have nothing for you, it doesn't matter what you do for him. He is not going to. Hey, Tiny, I see you, boo. Like women sometimes just do too much for these brothers out here. And I'm not saying like if this just your homeboy, then that's one thing. But if it's a guy you're interested in and you thinking by you doing X, Y, and Z, you're gonna win his affection, you're wrong. You're wrong. If I could be honest, like I've talked to several women who have been married, and I asked them, like point blank. I said, I'm coming to your comment, Benny Ha. I asked them point blank, have you ever been loved? And you know what they told me? They told me no. These are married women who have never experienced love before in their lives, right? Because what looked like love initially turned out to be manipulation, control, and all these other things. So you got to make sure that the man truly loves you with every fiber of your being. He love your little crusty little stink toes before they get a pedicure. You understand what I'm saying? That he loves every part of you, who you are and how you show up. And yeah, you got the crazy side and he know that too. He's seen that and he not running, right? But the opposite way, it doesn't work. He's supposed to cover you. You don't cover him, right? That's out of order, right? I keep saying this, I'm going to say it again. The flowers don't chase the bees, baby. The flowers don't chase the bees. The flower just shows up and the bees come. Benny Ha, you said, okay, wait, I'm going to post this. Let me see. It says, nah, this brother using his time to get his master's degree. Women will always be there. They ain't going out of style. I know that. Listen, say so. Master's degree on deck. That's what I'm talking about. That's all I'm talking about. That's dope, though. I'm glad you're back in school and you're doing your thing, baby. I'm very glad to hear that. Yeah, because it's really hard. And we all want to have the position, the posture, the mindset that, we all want to be loved and we all want reciprocity, and nobody wants to just continue to pour into somebody who's not pouring back into them, right? So me personally, I'm spoiled rotten, and I could tell y'all this. Like, I cook, and I used to tell people I didn't know how to cook because I was just like, because every guy was like, "Oh, do you cook?" You know, they were asking that question. I'd be like, "No, now what?" Right? Because I would just do that to be facetious, but whatever. And every guy I've dated, and it hasn't been many because I'm older now, right? It's not like I was running around, but every guy that I dated and saw like potential, and they all cooked for me. They spoiled me rotten. Like I'm like, cook, like, and I throws all the way down. But I don't know. I've just gotten to like I want like both of us to do something. Sometimes I like being in the kitchen cooking with them. Like they doing one thing, I'm doing another. We coming together, we making this dope meal, blah 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 blah. That's what I want. I want partnership. Because in my mind, partnership, mutual respect, right? And love all flow together. And partnership says, I'm down with you. We rocking this thing here together until the wheels fall off. And I don't see a lot of that today, but I think that women tend to go after men and then their hearts get all kinds of broken. Because they just want that man to see them, recognize their value, their worth, and that they are amazing, wonderful, blah, 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 blah. But here's the truth. Like a person is only going to treat you how you allow them to treat you. And if you're a queen, you shouldn't be pursuing men or a man. Let him pursue you. And in some cases, you have to just dead it. And you can't, you be like, okay, all right, this was cool, but you're not it, right? Because I'm not it for you, right? I like you. I think you're amazing and wonderful. But if I'm not it for you, you can't possibly be it for me. And that's being intentional with the way that you do things. Because all you're going to do at the point when you recognize that he really is not that into you and you still stay anyway, what you're setting yourself up is to get your heart broken. Because the man who desires you, the man who wants you, he's going to choose you every day, all day long. You're not going to have to guess if you're important. You're not going to have to guess. You're not going to have to guess. You're going to know that you are. You're not going to have to be like, oh, well, where was you at today? Because he's going to be transparent and open because he wants you to know. Because he doesn't want you to have any doubt in your mind about who you are to him and what you mean to him. That's why you need to let him choose you. And that's the truth. Listen, I want to tell y'all one more time again about my workshop coming January the 28th until February the 1st. It's a 5-day workshop. It's going to be for 7:30 every night on Zoom. If you guys can go to reallovejones.com to my website and register and put in the notes when you sign up for my newsletter, that workshop, and I will send you all the information about the Zoom link so that you could be a part of the Zoom. It's going down. The first night I'm going to guide you through finding you again and recognizing what you need for you. And then I'm going to talk about the importance of gaining clarity about your life and then rediscovering your truth. That's just the first night. Every night I'm going to be covering something different. It is going to be absolutely amazing. And I hope that you guys will sign up for the workshop and join me. It is absolutely free. I usually do this at the beginning of the year. And then I am having a workshop, in-person workshop, in February. I have the date, but not looking. It'll be the 22nd of February. It is a Saturday. And it's going to be at Seasons 52 in Roosevelt Field. And there are a limited amount of tickets because, although they have space, there's still a limited amount of tickets. that I'm going to be selling, because this is lunch. It's a luncheon, so it's going to be amazing, and and we're going to be doing the work. So you'll be able to pick your entree and all this other stuff, and and it's going to be really, really nice. So I am excited about that, but I haven't been promoting that as much. But I'm going to start soon. I don't even think I did. I didn't even do the flyer for that as yet. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I love y'all like I love me some fried chicken, and God knows I love me some fried chicken. Y'all have an awesome and amazing night. And remember this, real love changes everything. And that's the truth. Y'all have an awesome night. I love y'all.